Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventures with Sarah. Today is not a couponing video, or nor is it a book video. Today is a what is Sarah up to as far as her projects? Guys, I'm so excited to tell you the 700 markers that I collected during the 2019-2020 school year are finally out of my house. Yay! So I am ready to collect more. So, a friend of mine shared this uh, Facebook page with me, and it is the Cincinnati Recycling and Reuse Hub. It is a recycling organization over in Cincinnati that collects dried up markers, just like I had. And I contacted them a couple of weeks ago, and they said, absolutely, we will take your old markers. We also take dried up ink pens and dried up glue sticks. So I'll show you all that in a few minutes. So I packed up my markers, all over 700 of them, and I took them over there today with my parents. They were like, "We want to go see this place." So we all went over there and dropped the markers off. And they also have like about once a month, a free take what you need out of our location, use it, keep it out of the landfill. So I said, okay. So I went around on they rent the space. So I came home with this. And you're thinking, it's file folders. What's the big deal? As a preschool teacher, that I am challenged to make each year a portfolio for each child. So I need some organization. So I got my 40 folders because could have up to 40 students this year. So 40 folders for those students and a nice durable plastic container to hold all those files. But every teacher needs some organization in his or her life. So we've got this nice little folder holder. That's nice. Oh, when you're a teacher, there's always you can never find your stapler. So you go and ask your neighbor from across the hall or next door, hey, do you have an extra stapler that I could borrow real quick? I can't find mine, especially at the beginning of the year. Or we have assistants that are always working for our support staff, and they've got projects where they need an extra stapler. We have extra staplers. I'll have extra staplers in my room that they can borrow. And with projects, you always need an extra tape dispenser. Yeah. But then when you teach preschool, you've got to, sort colors, sort your shapes, sort the shapes and the colors. So you need little sorting dishes, or if you're teaching them how to use glue, like the liquid glue for the first time, do you give the 3, 4, or 5-year old a whole bottle of glue and say, here, go to it, and they turn it on and they just dump it? Nope. You start small. This is perfect. I can't wait for art this week because we might do some gluing. So that's what I came up with. Oh, no. And then poor Home Depot and Lowe's and all this. During last year when we were all shut down, I was always asking them for extra paint samples like this, like that. And you're thinking, Sarah, what do you do with that? They're preschoolers. They don't need to know different shades of gray. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You write your number, like not write number 3, and then you write the word 3, and then you give them 3 dots for them to count. And then you've got 10 of these, so you can 1 to 10, or 0 to 10, 11 of them. And so you make these cards so they can practice their counting. It's great because if they tear up, you take it off, add another one. It's it's fun. Or you get the bigger ones. show you this one. You get the bigger size. You draw lines, straight lines, curvy lines, all kinds of lines, and you can practice their cutting. That's what this is for. So, all of that. And I did get a staple. I actually had 4 staplers, but my parents asked if they could have a newer stapler. I said yes because they were the ones actually who drove, so that was a thank you to them. This place is not just for teachers. This is for anyone in the community can go. They have a Facebook page. I'll have their link in the description box below of what um, of the hours and when their dates are for the free takeaway day. They also do electronics, but I haven't really researched into that. So what am I collecting again? Okay, so we have our basic. I'm just gonna do marker. So when the marker is dried up, Sharpie, permanent marker, the Crayola marker, the off-brand marker, highlighter, dry erase marker. When they're all dried up, you put the lid on, make a box in your house, make a box in your classroom, toss it in there. So dried markers, all of them. Then those when those pens dry up, dried up ink pens, put the lid on. You're going to throw that in there. If you're a teacher friend of mine, you're going to love this, especially if you have the glue sticks that are off brands that dry up really quickly. You're going to go through a lot, especially the beginning of the year. But I need your help on one thing. The inside. I do not want the inside. Get it out. Pull that out, the inside out. Pull that out. But put the cap back on and the outer part. Throw it in the same bag. So you're giving me dry erase markers, regular markers, highlighters, ink pens, glue sticks. Glue sticks. That's what I'm collecting. There's other things. There is other things that they will take, but I don't have that much space in my house for recycling. And if you're watching this when I right after I post this, chances are my husband hasn't seen this video or knows of any information about this. So I'm going to be limited on what I can take. Um so how and you're thinking how much did this all cost? All the office supplies behind me. All this free. Free. Let me say it one more time. Free. All they ask is that when you bag it up, they provide bags, like brown bags, boxes, that they weigh it. When they weigh it, they write that total down. So when they go to write grants, they have an accurate count of how much was kept out of the landfills. That's it. All they want to know is how much you're taking out. You're taking home with you. The weight of how much weight you are taking home of supplies that have been kept out of the landfill. That's all. They have donation jars set up throughout on their 2 floors because the first floor where you walk in, that's where you drop off all your plastics and your recyclable stuff. They have donations for that. Then they have a donation jars upstairs on the 4th floor. And that covers like shipping costs. Let me say that again. They just ask for donations to help with shipping costs and other costs of like the building rental. Because I took over 700 markers back. 700, and they're going to take care of it. Getting those recycled. All I had to do was drop them off. That's it. Over 700 markers, and they're paying for the cost to get them recycled. And I took all this home. It's a win-win situation. I was so excited. I paid nothing for this. If I had gone to Staples myself, this would be over $100 worth of stuff. I got this for free because these people believe in recycling like I do. This organization believes in recycling like I do. They're keeping, they're trying to cut down on the amount of stuff that's going into the landfills. This is why they opened. They need your support. I need your support by sending me those dried up markers, those dried up ink pens, dried up glue sticks. Take the centers out of the glue sticks, please, because if they're not taken out, I can't use them. And I'm there's one of me and several of you. So pull this. I can't. I honestly do not have time to go through every single glue stick that's given to me. So please help by getting the centers taken out. I would really appreciate your help. But I wanted to make this video to make you aware Cincinnati does have a recycling organization that will help us get those dry markers back out of the landfill to recycling, as well as ink pens and dried up glue sticks. If you want to talk further with me, message me on Facebook. Uh, Find me on Facebook. I will be glad to message you with any other information I can find. But those are the three items that um, I'm going to be collecting this year. I cannot wait to get my school back on board with me. I know they will be excited because last year I told them no, I wasn't collecting markers, and they all got sad. So I'm looking forward to sending that email to our principal for the weekend, and hopefully she'll give us the go ahead to start that program. But outside, that's what I'm doing. I'm back to recycling. If you are also local to me, I am still collecting medicine bottles with lids. That's for church. And for another French church, those dryer sheets, clean dryer sheets, clean used dryer sheets. So that's what I'm collecting. I know it's a lot of stuff to keep in mind. So if you just want to do one item, that's great. If you want to help me by doing all of those items, it's great too. Get in contact with me, um, and we'll get something worked out. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you've yet to subscribe, please subscribe. And I will link the Recycling Center's Facebook page information in the description box below. Thanks everyone for watching and have a great day.